Hi everyone, welcome to DOdaily, Monday Motivation. It's Des here, ready to attack a brand new week. It's a big week as well, but I'll come back to that. As ever, all I'm looking to do through DOdaily is offer an honest, realistic, raw approach to how I'm getting about my business to try and inspire and motivate you to make the most of it however you can. Try to be positive and enthusiastic and really look forward to what's coming next. What I will say before I go any further, if you could hit like on this episode, give it a thumbs up, that'd be amazing. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. It might seem a bit odd to start with, but basically it's me wandering around, processing my thoughts to some degree, coming to terms with all the things I've enjoyed, all the things I've got to look forward to. But also on a Monday, it's about getting in a bit of activity, starting the week with good purpose and intention, something to build upon. It's not a huge amount of activity for me personally today. Whilst I am out and about, getting in an early evening walk. Did a 10k run yesterday, which I was particularly pleased with. It was really tough, mind. And when I say pleased, I'm pleased with the fact I got out there and did it. Running has been a bit of a struggle recently, but of course it's something I absolutely love. So I've got to find a way to make it work. And yesterday was about digging in, really sort of clinging on at the end and making sure I did what I said I was going to do. With a marathon in October, getting towards that point of training plan time. And whilst I don't strictly adhere to training plans, I try to run to what I feel when I'm working at these things. You know, I've got to give myself at least some time. So on Monday feels like a renewed opportunity to give it a real go. That 10k yesterday has made me feel great again. A couple of false starts over the last couple of weeks, but I really feel like I'm in place to give it a go and try my best. And that's all we can do, isn't it? Monday is an opportunity to just figure out where it went wrong last week or where it possibly went right and expand on it. If it went wrong, it's an opportunity to sort of rewrite it and have another go. So this week I'll be looking to build on that activity. I always insist on never miss a Monday. Like I say, I'm out and about, getting a walk in down by the River Trent, the usual location on a Monday. It's been a hive of activity today. Lots of football fans in the area, and those that are not of a football persuasion will be like, he's on about football again. But there's a big playoff game for Notts County just along the way, and the one thing I'm really looking forward to this week, above anything, is my trip to Wembley on Sunday to watch Forest. And I'm not going to sort of dwell too much on that, but it made me think of how I cope with these things, how I deal with these things. We can all get a little excited and a little over exuberant and kind of forget what's going on in the meantime. So what I really wanted to discuss on Monday Motivation is, and I don't know if this is going to work, to be honest. This is not anything I've picked up from other people. This is genuinely the way I process things and see it. What I'm going to discuss is how I've kind of taught myself not to think too much about the big occasions until they're very near. And it just seems to do the trick in helping me sort of maintain my focus throughout the week, keep pushing on. I've got lots of things to do this week. Of course, there's lots of plans being made for Sunday and a trip to Wembley Stadium and the big occasion. You know, don't get me wrong, I'm almost constantly thinking about it. But like I said, I find a way of tempering my expectations, and then when it happens, I seem to get so much more enjoyment from it, so much sort of such a thrill from these experiences. I think what we can almost do, and what I'm getting to ultimately, and I'll try and figure it out in between, is we can almost build it all up too much in our head, and it becomes a bit of an anticlimax. So what I found by pushing on, doing the things I do, People often say to me, how do you fit it all in? Well, it's just a case that you have to, isn't it? If you want to do things, if you want to be busy, if you do the things I do in terms of the running groups and the social media output and the things I do around football itself, then you have to be busy. Taking on extra responsibility this week, creating something new. And tonight I was going to do all the social media for it, promote it, do what I needed to do. But I ended up helping a friend, and just working a little bit for a couple of hours, bit off the cuff. And again, doing things like that just take your mind away from that big thing that's coming. I'm watching a lot of people around me who are really, really excited about the fact Forest are at Wembley, the fact that this is it, this is an opportunity to really sort of push on and be excited about a football club which is in reality not given as massive enjoyment in the last couple of years. But I'm seeing people almost stressing about other things as well, getting a bit worked up and wound up by little things along the way. And that's not what we need to do, is it? Keep embracing what's happening, keep embracing the present. Don't wish it away too much. Don't stress about the things we can't control, because there's absolutely no point, is there? If you do that, you're going to get yourself into bad headspace, little bits of negativity will creep in, and then ultimately, come the day, it becomes a bit of a labour of love. I use that term quite a lot recently, when you do things so much and you put so much effort into it, sometimes with scant reward, it can feel like that. But this is the time to really, really embrace what's happening. For me as a football fan, and again, it's not just about football fans, it's whatever situation arises itself to you, whatever you're looking forward to, whatever's your highlight of the week. Sunday happens to be mine. I think it's important just to not get too carried away with the situation. And there was a few things I said there about, accepting the situation. When little things come up, don't see them as problems. I could have, when I was helping my friend out this evening for a couple of hours, I could have said, I've got this and this to do. And of course, we've got to find that balance. It's going to push me back a little bit and probably sort of interfere with my plans to some degree. But what we have to do is kind of just keep working forward, whatever happens next. Sometimes if we look too far, there's so much that can go wrong. And all I'm trying to encourage this week is just look at what's next. The big things will come. And the last thing we want to do, touched on it already, is we don't want to wish away time. That's the worst thing in life. I've been there so much, really desperate. Sorry, I'm just walking under this dark bridge now. Been really desperate for things to sort of happen and come to me. But it's not a nice experience in the meantime. You just end up driving yourself a bit insane, overthinking everything, getting a little bit overwhelmed, if the slightest thing goes wrong. So, like I say, all I'm trying to encourage this week is to start it, whatever is your highlight. Think about it, make plans around it to enjoy it, but also make sure you enjoy it every single week, every single Monday, every opportunity I get. I talk about making the most of what we do, being enthusiastic and positive. I've stood opposite the City Ground, done 1 or 2 bits of work around it as well today, so that helps me get my excitement going. Lucky for me, I can do a bit of media work, which only adds to the overall experience, the overall occasion. But again, it's nothing to get too bogged down with. It's something I enjoy, it's something I'm looking forward to, and it's something I'm going to make the absolute most of. My real words of encouragement, the real message today is make sure, if you've waited for an occasion like I have, it's been 30 years in the waiting to see Forest at Wembley, to absolutely embrace it, take in every second, and don't let other things distract you and put you off. that's my Monday motivation, guys. On top of the fact, I'll encourage you to get out, get active. I've been for a walk this evening after thinking the things I have, saying the things I had, and also helping others. I'm going to do even more work when I get back. But again, it feels like I'm winning the week. I've attacked it, I've given it a good go, and I can build on it tomorrow. We always look to do that on Tuesday training. Once again, I'll encourage you to like the episode. If you've enjoyed my honest, realistic and raw approach to this particular situation, that'd be fantastic. And of course, if you're new, do subscribe. There's nothing too out there with what I say. It's all just from here, but I can find ways now to really enjoy what we do, to make the most of it, and to push forward, look forward, and maintain a positive outlook. Incidentally, just before I check out, I mentioned Notts County over there. They're playing a playoff game. That buzz in the area where I live, I'm just trying to thrive off the excitement I talk about all the time, being down by the river and what I get from it. This is an area, Notts County's just over here, Forest is just here, and you can see the floodlights to the cricket. You can't help but fail to be inspired by what I've got here on my doorstep. So I'm going to make the absolute most of it. Keep enjoying what's happening, keep enjoying the buzz, and wherever you are, whatever is being created around you, just embrace it, take it in, and have an absolutely fantastic week. Until tomorrow, just doing it.